So students, we studied last class that there are three so governance is divided into three sections. One is executive, legislature and judiciary. So legislative, here first is legislative. Legislative means one who can make the law. Legislative means one who can make the law. So law can be made by the president and the parliament. You know parliament, member of parliament, MP. They go to parliament, and Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Okay, so if a law is to be made, it has to be passed in both the houses, that is Lok Sabha also and Rajya Sabha also, then it becomes the law, right? So they have the power to make the law. So after Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha passes that, the motion we say, when they passes the motion, then president will sign it and become the part of the law, that is the constitution. So legislative is who has the power to make the law, right, or amend the constitution. Okay, executive means, here next branch is executive. Executive means performing the what, or exercising, that is performing the and exercising the law. They formed the law, right? They oversee and plan and execute it. Yes, whatever the planning is done here, executive means execute it. That is the people. They execute these laws and also the plans and everything which is required. That is Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. Okay, you may be knowing Council of Ministers means Home Minister, then Education Minister, all the ministers, and under them different department. Education Minister will see Education Department, right? So like that, all those will be executed by them. Yes, that is executive. Okay, so whatever the planning is done, that plan will be executed, that is executive. Next is judiciary, you know, that is giving justice. If anything wrong happens here in these two, in this branch or this branch or anywhere, this judiciary will rectify it, give the justice. Okay, we saw the fourth pillar. The fourth pillar is news and media. Yes, because it keeps us people informed about all these. Okay, to make the better decisions. Yes, these are four branches. Okay, so should we go to the next? That is, we will see one by one. That is union executive. It should not be central. Remove that central, because we should not say it as center. We should say it as union. So union executives. Okay, so who will be there? So union executive consists of the president, the vice president and the council of ministers, with the prime minister as the head of, to aid and advise the president. Okay, so that is to perform all the activities. The president, what will the president do? Yes, the president is the head of the Indian state and he is the first citizen of India. Who is the head of the whole country? Who is head of the whole country?
President.
Yes, whole country is headed by the president. The president. So president is the head, but he cannot do whatever he wants in India. He has to be advised. Yes, he has to be advised by the prime minister, right? Vice president, council of ministers, that is home minister, different defense ministers, like defense minister, external affairs minister. Those are all ministers. They have to give the advice, and the prime minister also. Prime minister will be head of that council, means that is the group, right? So council, yes, head will be prime minister. Okay, and then different ministers will be there. Okay, yes, so those PM will be the head, and they will give advice to the president, and then he will be what? Overseeing the country. That's it. It is like a king. Yes, king will be there. King will have his people, mantris. Before it used to be mantris, isn't it? Yes, it is like mantris. On the advice of mantris, king will take decision. Okay, like that. So just, but he cannot do anything on his own. So it is like that. So president is the head of the state, but he cannot do anything on his own. He has to be advised by the what? Prime Minister, this council. Okay, union executives, this council. Okay, yes, understand? Okay, so then only everything will happen. So if president signs the law, then it becomes the law, otherwise it doesn't. So when the council of ministers, that is if it is passed in parliament, then president has to sign, because whatever is told, he just has to perform that. That's it. Okay, that is the president's work. And he can also give the advice, that is he can just suggest the things, but he cannot tell what to do. He can just suggest, do like this, that's it. But everything this council decides, then only it will be passed. Okay, fine. So next is, all the important decisions are taken in his name, and hence he is only the nominal executive head. I told, right? Whatever, he is just for, like, yes, on his decision, on his name, everything decision will be taken by this council. Okay, in the name of the president, that's it. Okay, like that. So but he just has to sign it. Okay, so important, all the important decisions will be taken and he will be advised. Okay, so the president is not elected directly by the people of India, but by the members of the parliament and the state legislative assemblies. Okay, so president election, how does the president is elected? Election is happened, that is all the members of parliament and the state legislative vote it. That is MPs, all the MPs, all the MLAs will vote. Okay, and then whoever wins, he will or she will be the, they will be the president. Okay, okay. So then, to be eligible for the election of president, a person must fulfill the following qualification. Yes, who can become the president? Who can stand up for the president? Who can stand up? He should be Indian citizen. Okay, he should be how many years? Minimum 35 years of age. Okay, so he should be qualified for the election as the member of Lok Sabha. Means he should be a degree holder. Okay, that is member of election for Lok Sabha. So to be, yes, to be member of Lok Sabha, you have to be a degree holder, right? Yes, so that is the qualification. Okay, so this is the qualification of the 35 years is the minimum for the president election. Okay, the first president of independent India was, who was the first president?
Dr. Rajendra Prasad.
Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Now who is the president now? Yes?
Draupadi Murmu.
Yes, Draupadi Murmu is the current president. Okay, yes. So Draupadi Murmu is the current president. Okay, so president is elected for how many years? 5 years. Okay, 5 years. He can be removed from his office before the completion of tenure by the parliament. Okay, parliament, Lok Sabha and what? Rajya Sabha. So they have to pass the motion and he can be removed. Okay, yes, to remove him they have to give the application, that is the motion, and then they will vote that is parliament, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha will vote, and then he can be removed from the office. Okay. Longest serving president is Dr. Rajendra Prasad for how many years? 12 years. Okay. If the president wants to resign, he has to submit resignation to vice
Prime
president.
Minister.
Vice president, not prime minister. Vice president. Okay. Yes. Vice president. The president has the power to appoint high rank dignitaries like prime minister. Okay. So the oath, you may be knowing, the oath is read by the who? President. He has the power to appoint. He has to. Prime minister, when the election happen, prime minister is selected. He has to submit the application. I want to be the prime minister to the president. He has to submit the application. Then he will sign it, and then the prime minister can be announced. Yes. Okay. So other who can other people who he can appoint, that is attorney general. Okay. So ministers, he appoints the ministers. They have to submit the application, and then he will appoint them. Okay. So comptroller, auditor general, judges of Supreme Court and High Court, and governors of states, he appoints them. These are all legislative these are all legislative jobs, that is, or the you can say it as legislative. These are legislative positions. Okay. Jobs. Okay. These are legislative positions, means they are mentioned in the law, that is the constitution. Yes, these are mentioned, these are compulsorily required. Okay. Yes. So he is the supreme commander of defense forces of India. Defense forces, that is all the three forces.
Like Air Force, Navy and Army.
Yes, Air Force, Navy and Army. If he says, if he guides, that is, if he gives order to the Air Force, they have to perform it, whatever the order it is. Okay. So he is the supreme commander. Understand? It is like king. Okay. Yes, king with legislative powers, no executive powers. Means he cannot execute anything. He can just give the suggestion and the what?
Sir?
Advice. Okay.
Sir, execute.
Okay. So next is who? Vice president. So vice president serves as the president of India when later is not in his office. That is, president when he is not in office, vice president will be serving as president. You may be knowing, principal, vice principal will be there in school, right? When principal is absent, vice principal will take over, right?
Sir,
Like
even
that.
president is there.
Yes. So, and the new person is not elected for the post of the president. Okay. So if president is not there, vice president will be what? Become president. That is, he will be serving as the president. Okay. The main function of the vice president is to serve as the chairperson of upper house of the parliament, that is Rajya Sabha. So every vice president will be chairperson of upper house, that is the Rajya Sabha. Okay. Yes. In the Rajya Sabha, you may have seen, in the Rajya Sabha debates will be going on. Yes. Isn't it? The person will be there, and there will be what? Ministers and all will be debating. Yes. Isn't it?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the
Sir, we will be
chairperson.
sitting there.
Yeah. This is the chairman. Okay. Chairman will be vice president. Okay. Yes. He will be vice president. Understand? So that is for the Rajya Sabha. And like the president, vice president is also elected directly, indirectly, and no citizen takes part in the process. Okay. It is members of the parliament elect the vice president. members of the parliament. Okay, so vice president of India is elected by the members of two houses, that is parliament, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, that is central union ministers, that is MPs only, but president is elected also by MLAs and MLCs. Okay, minimum age to become vice president is same as the president, that is how many years? 35 years. Okay, so first vice president was Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan.
Radhakrishna.
After that he became the president. Okay, yes, okay, later he became the president. And his birth anniversary is 15th September. We know it is observed as Teachers Day. Yes, okay.
Yes.
So current 14th president is who? Jagdeep Dhankar. Okay, remember this, they will ask mainly this one. Jagdeep Dhankar is the vice president. Okay, so the seat of both president and vice president falls vacant at the same time, then Chief Justice of Supreme Court assumes the charge as the president until the new president is elected. If both vice president and president is also not there, that is they resigned, that is they are not there for the job, right? They are resigned, means who will be acting as the president? Chief Justice of India, Supreme Court. Yes, of the Supreme Court, Chief Justice of India. Yes, that is the person who is the head of the Supreme Court. Okay, so he will be acting as the president. Understand? Yes? Okay, good. So this is about vice president and president. Should we see the next, that is prime minister and union council of ministers? That is all the ministers, different education, defense minister, external affairs ministers, all the ministers. Okay, yes, okay. The prime minister is the most important position in the Indian political system, because prime minister is the executive what? Executive position. Executive position means they have the right to plan and execute it. Okay, that is perform the plans, actions. Okay, the laws, whatever the laws are framed by the legislator, they will be performing them. Okay, so the highest position is prime minister. He will be the ministers, that is the he will become the MP. That MP will be what? Elected as the prime in that. That is prime minister. Okay, is everyone able to understand? Yes. So he is the real executive along the council of ministers who guide the president in his decisions. Advice of the prime minister and the council of ministers is binding on the president. Binding means whatever the prime minister and council of ministers tell the president to do, he will do it. That's it. No more questions. Right? Like that. He can just suggest, but if they tell to do, he has to listen. Like that. Okay? Binding. Okay? He just has to sign on it. Okay, he has to pass it, like that. So prime minister is the leader of the majority party in the Lok Sabha and is appointed by the president of India. Yes, so how is the prime minister elected? All the people vote and elect the MPs, right, in the district, right, district level, isn't it? So MP, then the who gets the majority vote, major vote, most vote, that is the most MPs, who wins the most MPs, more MPs, which party wins the more MPs, okay, that party will be elected as the PM. Okay, they can give the nomination for the PM. Okay, so majority wins here, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so otherwise if there is if single party is not in majority, 2-3 parties can combine and then they can become the, they can select one PM. Yes. Okay. So he is the head of the councils of minister of the government of India, that is PM. PM is head of the councils of minister, all the ministers, different ministers who will be working. Yes. Home minister. Yes. Who is the home minister now? Yes.
Amit Shah.
Amit Shah. Who is the external minister, external affairs minister? Yes.
Jaishankar.
Yes, Jaishankar. Yes, Jaishankar. Yes. Who is the education minister?
Education Minister.
Dharmendra Pradhan. Yes, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan. Okay, remember. Yes.
Sir Dharmendra Pradhan.
Huh. Okay, education minister. All the ministers. Railway minister. Isn't
Sir,
it?
you can repeat the education minister name.
Shri Dharmendra Pradhan. Okay. Yes. Huh. So these are all ministers. He will be head of to them. Okay. They will report to Prime Minister. So Narendra Modi is the 14th and current president of India, serving since 26 May 2014. Okay. Yes. So he has been elected for the, yes, for the third term. Okay. Yes. So longest serving Prime Minister of India is Jawaharlal Nehru. How many years? For 16 years. Okay.
16 years.
So that is, he was serving the fourth term. Okay. Now Prime Minister Narendra Modi G is serving that is third term, right? So from 2014 to 18, and then 18 to how much? 22, then 22 to now. Okay. Yes. So this Prime Minister Narendra Modi is serving third term, but
Sir,
Jawaharlal Nehru Ji was serving fourth term. After 3 term completion, fourth term, and then due to some issues, he died. Yes. Okay.
sir, you know who, like,
So this is about the Prime Minister. Here, after independence, India was struggling, isn't it? After independence, India was struggling to stay afloat. Means there were so many problems, isn't it? In the starting years of independence, so the people who served India, that is the executive or the legislative positions, they have worked so much and they have done phenomenal work. Now we can see the India which is present India, that is foundation is laid by those people, yes, after independence, who started the different things.
maybe
Okay.
30 to 40 years they.
So let us see now executives of the state. So the governor performs the same function as the at the state level as compared to the president at the union. Okay. Yes. So here, as president is for the, as the president is for the union center, the governor is for the state. Okay. Yes, as the governor. Okay, governor is for the state. Yes, he is the head of the state. He will be advised by the what? CM and council, that is chief minister. Okay, chief minister and council. Okay. Yes. So governor of the state is appointed by the president. Yes, and holds the office at the pleasure of the president. Qualifications to become the governor is he should be Indian citizen, 35 years age, same as what? president. So he should be not the member of any legislative and the union and state level, means he should not be MP, MLA or anything. He has to resign from that if he wants to become the governor, and then he can be elected the governor. Anything, no office he should hold, no office, any other office. Okay, the normal tenure is how much for governor? 5 years, but he may be terminated earlier by the president. Yes, he can be removed by the president. hmm? Governor has the power. Yes, governor has the power to appoint important dignitaries like chief ministers, state of ministers, state council ministers, advocate general, and everything. Okay, yes, so in the state. Yes.
Sir, but now president is not working.
hmm? For states, for states, different states, there are so many states, right? So many states will be governors. Okay, yes, so states
Sir,
will be
then,
reporting to country, our country India, state. Yes,
Sir, then they all can stand for a like election.
that is what, not elections. Yes, not elections, governor elections are not conducted, he will appoint it directly. He will tell you to become governor, like that. Yes, they have to submit the nomination, or he can appoint them. Okay, they have to submit. Okay. So chief minister and the state councils of ministers, that is MLA, MLCs. Yes, MLA and MLCs. Okay. So chief minister is the head of the state councils of ministers and the state government. Generally, chief minister is the leader of the political party which is majority. Yes, in the legislative assembly, that is Vidhan Sabha of the state. Yes, so state elections will be conducted, and then they will be elected as the selected as the
Sir,
chief
even
minister.
normal person can also go.
Yes, you have to complete some of the criteria, that is you have to be a degree holder, and how many years of age, that is
35.
no.
Sir,
So
for
MLA can become 25 years, person can become minimum 25 years age. Okay, MLA. So MLA can become CM, right? All the MLAs select the CM, isn't it? Yes. So the relation between the governor and his ministers is similar to that between the president and his ministers. Yes. So governor, what he will do? He will listen to the chief minister and council. Okay. Yes. So like the president at the head of the country. Okay, so that is about chief ministers. Will everyone remember this? So remaining things we will study later tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So remember, this is very important. This is the structure of the political system and the executive system. Yes, you should know it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, good.